Hello, welcome back. In this session, we are going to see what is exception handling and how it is useful in our SQL scripting. So in our previous example, we see final price is greater than MRP. So which is not supposed to happen. And we need to control whatever the negative discount values we are passing in the discount parameter. Okay, so as I said, this runtime object we cannot change, but we have a luxury to change by using design time object. So this is our design time object. Okay, before changing the code, I forgot to show you the folder. See, this is the folder where we created our workspace one, and T4H is our package. If you go into that package, you see there is a file final_price.hdb function. So all these objects will get created in your local machine also. Okay, anyway, so now we need to handle the negative numbers of this IP2, so which is a discount. Let's start with exception handling, and that should be in between the begin and end block. Declare, and you can use any name. So I'll use invalid discount, and condition is a keyword for SQL error code. Yeah, when you get that pop-up, you just press the tab button, automatically it will fill the code. I'll explain why I am using this sentence 10001. Okay, so when SQL exception happen, SQL error code happen, then what I need to do? Okay, we declare the exception here. Now this exception needs to work when if IP2 greater than or equal to 0, then I need to run this code. Okay, let me make it else signal, I'll use this signal invalid discount, set message underscore text is equal to, you can write any message here. I'll say discount value, and I can refer the parameters here. IP2 must be greater than 0. Let's break into this. Okay, and obviously we started if, so we need to finish this with end if. Okay, now I completed this, and let's go through this code. So if IP2 greater than or equal to 0, that means positive discount, then execute this code. Else, so what is the other case? Negative value. Then signal invalid discount, and set message text is equal to whatever the text you want to put it, and you can refer the parameters also inside this message. And here we are declaring at the first immediately after the begin, you define the exception code here, and you can call that exception wherever you want. So the declare is to declare the exception, signal is to call that exception. So we know if this code comes into the else case, then automatically it's a negative discount and we are alerting the system, so exception happened. Okay, so to see the declare is a keyword and invalid discount is our own definition and condition for SQL error code. So when you run any SQL statement, for example, let's say select from books. So I'm just running with like it doesn't make sense, but I just want to show you. So here 259 is invalid table name, 259 is a error code, like that. So 1000, so basically custom error code starts with 2. So this is the custom error code range, so that's why I use the first custom code 1. So below that, if you use like 1000, then it's going to be part of SAP HANA standard error code list, so you should not use those. So you should use from this number to 99999. So that's why I defined here error code as 10001. Okay, so for SQL error code, you can mention SQL warning code, something like that. So there are many other things need to learn in exception handling, but this is the quick idea how the SQL exception can be handled, and you can refer SQL reference guide for more deeper understanding. Okay, we are done. So somewhere it's showing why it is showing error here. Okay, I wrote that 1000, that's why. Anyway, that is gone now. So let's activate this. Okay, our activation is successful, and let's refresh our function. Okay, return IP1. Okay, create statement. Yeah, we have our new code, declare and signal. Okay, now it's time for testing. So T4 minus, okay, let's see first the positive values, how it works. So plus 10 discount 10% here. Okay, now I'll make it 50. It's working. I'll make it 0. It's working. So I'll go to minus 10. Okay, it's failed. Previously minus 10 was working. Now minus 10 is not working, and it generated a code. Our error message, our custom error message is there. So 1001 range 3. Okay, here user defined error exception, discount value minus 10. We access the input parameter in between, right? So discount value minus 10 must be greater than 0 within the bracket 0. So this is our error message. So like that you can create your custom message to raise an exception. If you did not mention this exception, even with minus 10 it will work, but we don't want this code to work with minus 10. That's why we raised an exception to stop the code for negative values. So that's how you can use the exception handling in your code. Okay, now it's a exercise time, so we learned enough for the SQL scalar functions. Now it's time to test. So exercise is create a scalar function to generate factorial values and provide one input parameter to choose the factorial value dynamically. Like I want to run for 2 factorial, 5 factorial, 50 factorial, something like that, and try to create this function in design time object using repository. Okay, the hint is for factorial values. I know everybody know this is not a hint. For factorial value from the childhood we are using while loop. So while loop is one of the best example for factorial here. So use the while loop to create a factorial value. If anybody don't know what is factorial, then this is the factorial. For example, factorial 5 is equal to 5 into 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5. So that is the factorial value of 5. And if you don't know what is the while loop syntax, you can write while control space while loop syntax. So this is a while loop. While, give the logic condition, do, and then statements in between do and end while. Okay, see you in the next session. I'll provide my solution and you can compare with that. Thank you. Bye.